Welcome, Internet. Are you ready for this? Today on Bread to Love, we learn how to build a meth lab. Today on Bread to Love, we learn how to treat third-degree burns. Today on Bread to Love, we talk about getting the most out of your garage. Now in this video, we're going to go through 5 tasty tips on how to get the most out of a garage that you either rent or own. Now the key to making your life 102% better, whether you rent or own, is storage and organization. Now storage and organization can take many different forms. In my example, you can either have it stacked up against the wall, utilize a table, or build your own shelving unit. When all your tools and equipment are properly stored away, it frees up space for a car, more stuff, whatever you want in your life. And when things are organized, you don't have to spend hours looking for what you need. You can spend that time getting the job done. Whatever you decide to do, it's about maximizing available space. And in a garage, like this one-stall garage we have here, generally that means going vertical. Now in the Bread to Loaf garage, we have a custom-built 6-foot-tall 2x4 wooden shelf. But you don't have to go with this option. You can go with a store-bought model. Same deal. You organize your stuff, you get it off the floor, and this way you can easily find whatever you're looking for when you need it. Got power tools up here, got hardware down here, large stuff goes down here. When you're not rummaging through piles of shit, you're getting things done. You don't even have to build a massive shelf. Over here, I've got my Workbench, and this thing works just fine. Store-bought table, 6 feet long, does whatever you need it to do. You've got a bench grinder, a vise, and all this available workspace to craft your masterpieces. Now in some garages, you don't even have to build it yourself. When you have rafters above your garage like this, you can just lay a flat border right across, maybe screw it in, and boom, you have a ton more storage that is literally not being used for anything else. Well, besides supporting the roof. And there you go, instant space. Now, tip number 2, utilize your resources. Now, what do I mean by that? I am glad you asked. Now, if you're like me and your garage has electricity, you just hit the jackpot, playa. Use that electricity to run power tools, run your bench grinder, charge your battery. Whatever you want to do with the space, it can be amplified by having power. Using line power means you don't have to shine up those bolts by hand anymore. You can blast through that rust with an angle grinder. You can even build little Timmy, his treehouse, that definitely wasn't built to code and looks like it could fall apart at any minute. You can do that when you have power. Seriously, I want to call a building code inspector if you don't take that shit down. Now, if you have a water spigot in your garage as well, by God, man, use it. You can clean parts, you can clean hands, you can get a drink. It's what you make it. Now, unfortunately, this garage does not have a water spigot, but if you go over to the Jeep Sheep TV channel, my friend just released an awesome video on how to build a garage sink and hook it up. So go check that out, or just look at it right here. Now, this talk about electricity and water brings me to my next point. Now a garage just doesn't have to be a place to store a vehicle or store your stuff. You can use all this space for your workshop. Build what you want in here. Be creative. It just doesn't have to be for vehicles. That entire wooden shelf you're looking at was built in this garage. Check out these photos of how it was built. $35 in lumber, a couple of screws later, and I was organized. Now a quick caveat, if you're going to be cutting wood or otherwise having particulates floating in the air, it's a great idea to invest in one of these over-the-mouth air filters. Great product, I use it all the time. Link in the description below. And also invest in a pair of safety glasses. Wood chip in the eyeball, not a fun day. Now the 4th tip is installing some good lighting. I got this 4-foot LED bench light off Amazon for pretty cheap, and it makes a world of difference when you're working on projects down here. Now it's LED, so it's not fluorescent, and it doesn't have those annoying on-off times like a bulb with a ballast would have. I love it, super great. Link in the description if you want to get one yourself. Additionally, my garage didn't have an overhead light, so I went out and bought this LED tri-prong garage light. Super bright, turns this dark garage into nearly daylight. Link also in the description below. Having a well-lit garage makes working on cars, working on projects so much easier. And hey, I'd rather spend $30 on a light than $3,000 on an emergency bill when you cut your finger off because you can't see anything. Now my last tip ties in with storage and organization, and that is keeping things in your garage clean. When you have oil, dirt, and mud all over your floor, most of the time, water's just not going to cut it. A clean garage is a safe garage to work in, and you also won't be tracking all that crap into your house. Now when it comes to cleanup, I like to harness the power of chemistry. A lot of people will use gasoline. Now gasoline is great. It's an almost universal solvent. It's readily available and it's pretty cheap. Now just watch out for those fumes. We've all seen videos of people lighting fires with gasoline. Gasoline is an extremely volatile liquid, has a high vapor pressure, meaning it readily disperses into air. So be careful when using that stuff. Another favorite of mine is acetone. Acetone is also a very good solvent, and I'd recommend this for cleaning up parts, prepping a work area, say if you're going to paint on a car. Now just like gasoline, this stuff is very flammable too, so just watch out for that. Now if you're not into chemicals, good old-fashioned shop towels will do the trick just fine. Shop towels are cheap, inexpensive, and you can pick them up pretty much anywhere. In the Bread to Loaf garage, I even have a towel holder. This makes it super convenient to just walk over here, grab a towel when you're working on the car, and when you're organized like this, saves you time, and you can get the job done faster. And hey, what's even better than cleaning up a mess? Not having to clean it up in the first place. Go super low tech like this, just lay down a sheet of cardboard, stop those drips before they even hit the floor. Or even you can use just plain old cat litter, and that'll absorb oil, water, whatever sort of liquids you commonly find in your garage. I don't know you. It's cheap, easy to find, works great. And lastly, investing in a broom like this makes it super easy to sweep off the floors, keep them clean, and keep your garage nice and neat. And one last thing. If pesky little insects and critters in your garage are a problem for you too, gasoline and propane torches work wonders. Well, that's it, guys. Hope I gave you some crazy ideas for your garage. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and stay tuned for more content. Bread signing off.